Hi, chat. How are we doing? Hi. Today was a nice day out. It's like the warmest it's been since winter. Let me see. A high of 18. Are you kidding me? So I happily enjoyed today. Sun is out. I no longer have depression. Yeah, quiet. That's pretty much how it is. I mean, it's not like the photo doesn't matter, but I mean, you can see where I went. There's look, cute little flowers in bloom, and I matched them with my fit. Here's what they actually look like. Look at them. Oh, that's precious. Look, need to color grade this and pop this on Pinterest. That's an aesthetic photo if I ever. Yeah, so that was my day today. Honestly, they weren't like really like pungent smell. If you're from America, you understand like Bradford pears, like the invasive ones when they bloom for spring. Those things are pungent. You can smell it a mile away. But these weren't bad. These were pretty nice. But yeah, it was super pretty out. Me and Owen went and got bagels. We got some bagels. I got a bagel that had walnuts, brie, chutney, red onion chutney, and then rockets. I think that's it. I think that's all that was in the bagel. It was so good. So I recently, and by recently I mean like a week ago or whatever, learned of the combination of brie, bacon, and cranberry sauce, and it is one of my new favorite things ever because I love cranberry sauce. I love cranberries. I could eat just cranberries all day. If I had nothing else to eat and it was just cranberries, I would shed tears of joy. So that was nice. What else? Yeah, we just kind of walked around today, but we looked at like art museum stuff and some really interesting exhibits. There's some really beautiful photography in one of them, which was really moves me, tbh. I had to stop myself from crying. It's like really like touching. Give me a gallon of cranberry juice and I think you legally owe me. Yeah, no, honestly. But we also got these like little sweets. These little they're actually called travel sweets. But I don't know. I've never seen this brand or have any. I'm obviously American, so I don't know UK brands anyway. But let me know if any of you have heard of these. It's called Simpkins, and these are the citrus, lemon, and sour cherry drops. Yeah, my first time ever hearing of them and trying them, and I won't lie, I've been moved. These are great. They're not they say sour, but I'm gonna be honest, they're not like sour at all. They're really smooth. They taste great, and they're all for being sweets. And maybe this is because again I'm American and sweet. I'm like used to sweet stuff being literally like overbearingly sweet, but these sweets are like they don't make you feel like you're eating a gallon of sugar. You know what I mean? Like, they're really nice. They're my family's go-to airplane sweets so that your ears don't pump. Oh, that's really clever. I should bring some since we're going on a plane soon. But yeah, I'm actually obsessed with them now, and they're gonna be my go-to, like, ooh, I need a little sweet thing to just like pop in my mouth. So I think I'm in love. I think I found a new favorite thing ever. Is this right? Yeah. Ooh, I don't like that. Whatever's happening. I like getting the rhubarb and custard ones or the fruit ones. There was mint ones. They're at the place that we were looking at, and I'm gonna be honest, I hate the flavor mint, so I did not get those, but I want to see what other ones they have. Oh my gosh, they have a whole collection. This is all they do. What do you mean there's apple, raspberry, and cranberry? If you don't know, one of my favorite flavors ever is green apple. And they have cranberry. It's made for me. All three of my cats are all surrounding me right now. It's because they hear me. They know. They got lemon and honey. They have caramint. No. Okay, be honest. How many of you hate barley? They have barley sugar drops, but do you ever get drinks which have like barley or something? I don't know what it is, but they have like a grain in them. What percent of your Twitch audience? I should do a poll. I should run like a Google form. Barley is just like a type of wheat. But like, yeah, okay, you udon noodle. You get me. The squashes that have like a grain in them, I don't know what the normal grain is. They feel so scratchy in my mouth. I hate drinking drinks that have like some sort of like wheat in them. I'm like, why? Oh my gosh, they have butterscotch. Oh my god. Actually, they have coffee as well. I think I'd go crazy for that. Oh, and ginger. The girlies who know ginger is so good for nausea. The girls who know. Wow. I'm really smitten. I'm smitten. I don't know what to say other than you guys need to get on this if you haven't. It makes me so happy watching you discover classic British travel sweets. Listen, there's a whole world out here that I don't know about, okay? All right? There's a whole world I don't know about. And I love learning and being like, this shit is the bomb. That's my favorite, is when that happens. Okay. We're going to log on, and I'm going to show you guys what I have done. Welcome to heaven. Thank you. I'm happy to be here. I haven't heard of them before, but I might have to try them. If you want to know the exact brand, it's called Simpkins. And they're marketed as travel sweets, so you'll probably be best searching up Simpkins travel sweets to find them. I have a question. Do you have any tips, advice for someone if they want to start streaming or making Minecraft vids? I'm gonna be honest, I've never made a YouTube video in my life, so I am not going to be the object of your reference that you should probably be looking at / asking for videos. And streaming, I haven't been in the business as long as a lot of other people have, so again, I might not be the best. But it also depends, like, because Minecraft is such a broad, like, it's a genre which has so many different subgenres to it. A medium which has different genres is what I meant. So, like, you would have to be a bit more, like, particular about how to, like, what subgroup of Minecraft streams you need advice on. Because, you know, there's, like, building, there's role play, there's let's plays, there's hardcore. I should gel some of the funnies. I hate to tell you this, but it's just me. It's just me on. It's just me. I just realized that me pressing that is going to mean when I do it again, it's going to spoil the surprise. So I just went to lurk. I went to full cam so I wouldn't spoil. I've been absolutely obsessed with this one song and an animation idea for Farkle Champion. So a bit of Farkle God to that song. I'll probably do it a bit while watching the stream. Ooh, exciting. No, okay. I genuinely think today will be more of a chill day. I'm so manifesting that it'll be a chill day, but it's nighttime, so you're not going to get the best view of it. And I can't wait until it to be later. So, I'll turn around. I'll show you what I built. Okay, for the people who were there, who weren't there yesterday, I really locked in and decided today was going to be the day, yesterday, that I finished the build I had for the remodeling of the house that I was using as like a hideout area. I've decided to canonize it as a grits mill, which is a mill like in the medieval ages, specifically designed to like mill down wheat and stuff. So considering there's wheat fields and stuff, you know, I figured it would be the best. Yeah, I don't have any wood to knock on, unfortunately. So I do keep saying that it's gonna be chill, and then it gets crazy. But I swear this time. Thanks for knocking on wood for me. So yeah, I decided to do that. I didn't finish it entirely on stream yesterday, so I finished it off stream. And then I kind of got crazy and did like terraforming. So we're going to see some of that work, and then we're going to do some more work on that until we feel like it's picturesque. So I'm going to turn around now. Oh my goodness, I have 14 levels. I'm going to turn around. Wait, actually, maybe we can wait. Maybe we can wait for it to be sunrise. It'll be really pretty. It'll be really pretty. No, pause. Pause. Well, wait. The moon is, it's right there. It's right there. We'll just wait patiently. We'll wait patiently. Oh my gosh, tomorrow's Thursday. Tomorrow's Thursday. Wait, you just reminded me. Yeah, so that was another reason I really wanted to kick it in gear, is because, like, you know, it would be over and my reign would be over and I wouldn't have much to show for it. That would be my own. Yeah, it's honestly, I'm kind of happy that my reign is coming to an end, because, guys, as fun as it was to have a big fluffy crown, etc., I don't think Kitty is cut out for it. I don't think I'm going to have any really final acts. I'm going to be like, okay, here's the rest of my purchases. I'm going to purchase them now, because I have 3 emeralds here that I can spend, and I'll give someone like 2 unlocks, and I technically will have more after that. Oh boy. I mean, like, it was definitely like one of those things where it's like, I don't think well, first off, I don't know if like Cat is probably the best ruler anyway, but also, like, I don't think Kitty was ever meant to be like dealing with such interpersonal issues. Like at the beginning of her reign, she was already trying to settle a dramatic dispute between 4 people over the death of an entity she had no real care for. So, you know, it's a bit like, okay, wow, we're starting strong, are we? So yeah, Kitty was working overtime, I fear. I'll be happy. I'll be happy to take a break. I'll be away for holiday from like the 23rd to the 31st, by the way. I haven't clarified the exact dates because I'm a little stupid burger and didn't really remember those dates. I fear she came to this monarch surrounded by drama and she will leave surrounded by drama. Yeah. Like, it's getting to a point where Kitty is, like, really starting to, like, get tired of, like, all of this, where she's not really wanting... Like, I feel like you can see it a little bit where she's, like, she was talking to the lion being like, what do I do? Like, what do I do? I don't really know what to do. And then, like, she's, like, delegating the knights in her kingdom to, like, take care of this or, like, keep an eye. Because she doesn't really want to deal with it. Okay. Okay, 'tis time for the reveal. Now that the sun is shining. Oh, bam! Guys, look at it. It's so pretty. I need to set the render distance so like you guys can appreciate it without the annoying backdrop. Also, the sun is like really intense. But I've added these like wheat fields and a water wheel. And I've turned this into a waterfall. But original water wheel design I really was like, I was like, I need this to look good. It cannot look bad. And I made a path. Like here, I need to do this, but for the other paths, I've made 3 separate paths, okay? Because there's gonna be people who are doing... I wanted to avoid also having the wheat fields be on the ground. Because Kitty working with soggy components, yeah. I wanted them to be on the ground because, or not on the ground. I didn't want the wheat fields to be on the ground because what happens is a lot of people just like go on the wheat fields while they're running and like step on them. Also, chat, I completely forgot I had these resource packs, the fancy crops and the colorful grasses, in my resource pack folder, and I haven't like had them on, but I meant to have them on because I really like what they do with the grass. It makes tall grass look like this, and like other grass has different like models. That's those colorful grasses, and then the fancy crops make the wheat fields really fancy. Did you figure out how to get rooted dirt? Well, I know how to get rooted dirt, but unfortunately I don't think they've been added to the pool. Unfortunately. Thanks for the raid. Welcome in. Welcome in, raiders. I hope you had a good time. What's its name? What name? The resource pack? There they are. It's just these 2. This one, all these colorful grasses. This one is like a special one from their Patreon, but you can get one just like on Modrinth. And then everyone loves fancy crops. That one's pretty. I also forgot to have this on, which is like the medieval text. It like makes it all fanciful. I swear that rooted spawn spawns under azalea trees in Bedrock. It does in general, but this is a custom map. And if you're spawning a normal tree, it's not gonna go like really far down, like in like average. But yeah, so I have the wheat fields. I put them up top on these like little like crusts because I am forcing the people not to step on the wheat fields. So I'm gonna like try and get these paths figured out more. So I need granite and gravel, which I can buy more of in the store. The gravel, I mean, and then paths, and then this is coarse dirt, which is more gravel and dirt. But it's packed mud that I need as well. So I'm gonna try and get the materials I need if I have them already. Your song says everything's awesome. Hi, Katie. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, I'm kind of a sleeper builder in the sense of like, you won't hear that I'm building, but it'll be done. One day it'll be up there. Like one day it'll just appear. I also never like talk about or show really what I'm working on / doing. So that really doesn't help. I'm gonna probably need the more dirt as well, just for the sake of it. Okay, I think I should just go to the store and get the packed mud and stuff. Katie goes awesome. Hi, Shep. We wake up the next day and boom. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this little storytelling. It's canonically a grits mill, which is a specific mill for grinding down wheat and stuff. Kind of just wanted to add some flavor text. I also need to do this. That'll need to be hollowed out. I have a design for like a mill to put in here, chat, as well. Is grits an American thing? So it's not well, if you're talking about grits to food, then yes, but this is how it's spelt. Don't ask me why they call it a grits mill and not something else. But yeah, that's the historical name for a place that uses like water wheels and stuff to mill down wheat. I love grits though. I love grits. Kitty not knowing proper carpeting or masonry, but somehow putting a fully functional water wheel in a mill. Okay, guys. This is so difficult. This is also a reason why I was pretty self-assured pre-doing this that I wasn't going to be building. Kitty wouldn't know how to do any of this. I like to canonize or conceptualize that this building was here and has been here pre-Kitty coming to this town. I'm flavor texting it. It's a lot of flavor text. You just have to use your imagination, okay? I understand that it doesn't make a lot of sense and probably is silly, but yeah. And then I'm just gonna get that much. I'm using up all my gold. Oh, I saw that coming. We have a museum in a town with an old water wheel attached to it. Sadly, though, the museum recently shut down by our government. That's really frustrating. Soggy kitty. You guys don't want to know how many times I got soggy when I was building everything. We don't talk about it. Oh yeah, I also continued it all the way down to the actual river as well. This whole area was feeling a bit bland, not gonna lie. Not going to lie with you. So I'm glad that it can be fancy now. Okay. Okay, good. Oh yeah, I had to use signs. The water like is actually in the wheel. Like I wanted to add some movement to the build. I had to use these pans to keep the water not going like too like far out because it was coming out like another block. But it actually makes it look pretty nice, I think. Either way. Rats, the shovel. I need the shovel. Also, chat, today's probably not going to be a super long day. Just in case anyone is hopeful. But like 90% of the cast wouldn't be able to build if we stuck to character skills. Yeah, this is true. Probably more or less pull this over towards this way instead. Oh, I can put you guys in game screen while I'm building. A British kids show? That's crazy. That's a wild pull. I'm actually gonna figure out where I want this path to turn first. I really also liked the idea of having these like little cliff bits like have diorite and stuff in them, because not that these builds use diorite, but there is like white in the mage tower and white in this tower, and I really like the idea of that being like pulled from local sources. Yeah, not that they're diorite, but we can pretend. If we can pretend a lot of white blocks are diorite, then, or that a lot of blocks are not what they are in Minecraft, we can pretend this is true as well. So I want it to, I'll probably have it bend here first. Yeah, okay. My art class is voting on the skateboard cutouts, the one I painted the Renaissance themed Kit Kat do thing on tomorrow. And who should get theirs printed on the skateboard. And I'm lucky scared because there's so many people in my class who made really cool things, so I may not win. Hey, it's okay even if you don't win, because who's stopping you from doing it anyway? I'm sure there's like a manufacturer out there who you would be able to do that. You may not win the competition, but you still have the artwork that you can do whatever you wish with. Because that's your intellectual property. Obviously not that. I don't know if you skateboard, but it is an option. I would learn to if I win. I guess that is the only reasonable course of action, isn't there? I think one of the most important things with doing like builds like this is figuring out paths, because they kind of like frame everything. So I find that it ends up being quite important. Guilty whenever I build paths is just placing a ton of buttons as rocks. No, that's really clever and cool though. I also need to be conscious that I'm gonna need some of this packed mud as the slabs. Okay. Obviously, I don't have glow lichen to hand. I can buy some, but that's also addition I have. Actually, maybe I can use some granite as well. I know I'm not like really saving money here, but oops. I'm the fool. Yeah, I'll just have these be singular ones because there's not really there's not really any other way you can take it, you know what I mean? I forget the buttons were there at some point. Yeah, the mud placing sound is so satisfying, isn't it? Don't worry, you haven't missed anything. We're just doing like some building. I think it's just gonna be building, like just doing building and having fun today. Again, not gonna be like a... Why is my camera like tilted up more than usual? Now it's tilted too far down. Yeah, we're not gonna be doing any like crazy stuff today. That's the hope. I cannot confirm or deny, unfortunately. Okay. Actually, we'll still need that, but I'm gonna place it here instead. There we go. I think that's better. Yay! One path done. So I have this path, which leads up to like over this way. Which, if at any point Cam wants to make a path from the mage tower or over here, you can do that. Didn't someone say at the beginning of the SMP that Bannerfall was going to be silly? What happened to Medieval Silly? Curse you, zombie. Okay, to be fair, everyone went into this knowing that the vibes for the SMP were supposed to be more lighthearted. But I think naturally over time people's backstories and lores ended up being something which was more dramatic. And like, again, like this is a lot of people's first time doing a lore series with POW. And I will never blame them for wanting to go a little all out and just like explore it, you know what I mean? Like I think it's not really a major issue. I'm just gonna have that all be slabs, I think. Just for my own sanity. Yeah, I think naturally, like, interesting lore will be, a little dramatic and sometimes intense. We'll throw in a bit of andesite there just because I have this wood, or not wood, this stone action happening. But yeah, I think the people on the SMP are doing amazing stuff, and it's cool to see relationships progress, character motives change, etc. Like, I didn't think I was really going to do a lot with Owen this SMP, like with our characters and stuff. It ended up just kind of happening, I think, in part because I just love my husband's writing and characters too much, but like that paired with the fact that, like, I think obviously with him being a knight and knights being so ingrained in my characters lore, it just felt right, you know what I mean? It kind of was just like bound to happen anyway. How do I want this? Welcome in. Where is it? There it is. And the part where Owen had an egg cracking moment in Cherry's body and then discovered what lesbians were later, I think it's my favorite part so far. I'm glad you have your priorities in check, you know what I mean? You're here for the lesbian plotline. The sapphic trans allegories. I feel that honestly, me and my best friend joined a server and we actually just decided to merge our lores together. Honestly, it really just like happens like that. Like, I think naturally with the way that people are just close to each other, it's so much easier to do lore and stuff like that by the nature of the fact that you just get it. Like, you both just get each other and the dynamics just flow a lot easily. Like, it just feels right sometimes. I personally love that Kitty's only proper reference for romance love is sapphic love. Yeah, isn't that so funny where, like, this entity, it doesn't really know that romantic love is, like, a thing that exists and is possible and can it exist, like, interspecially, if that makes sense as well. Like I think there's like instincts, natural instincts that happen with animals sometimes, but I think the fact that, like, that Kitty is learning through humans that like the possibility of like interspecies sort of like romance, and also the fact that it's only like sapphic relationships as well, is like really funny to me. This cat is learning how to be gay above all else. That's beautiful. I think adding these bits just make it feel a little bit more. Not that one though. Does Kitty know that straight people exist? I don't think Kitty does. I don't think Kitty understands that. Also, obviously, with Kitty being gender fluid, it's a little like, you know, even outside of that, like Kitty wouldn't fall into that. But like, in the context of thinking that other people can have heteronormative relationships, she's like, what? What does that mean? I just learned that two people can love each other just yesterday. Actually, that is a good question. Is there any straight relationships in Bannerfall? I mean, like, actual canon. Am I being stupid? Like, what? Oh, yes, very good. How would we manage? Oh, the Frog and Lily? Oh, true. I was gonna be like, how have we managed this? Oh, yeah. This is looking good. Let's throw all these gubbies away. I will take the diorite now. And the cobblestone. I'm running out of materials. What I should do is also bring in some like andesite for these as well. Oh, maybe I also like dither in some like stairs for like some holes, you know what I mean? Like, I think that adds some interesting depth. Oops. Oops. And then, where's the andesite? And then I want to also throw in some andesite, because I feel like the cobblestone can be a bit harsh. Oh yeah, this is looking pretty good, if I do say so myself. I want this to be on tip top shape for the parcel elf. It's like in Vampires, Laguna was a straight diversity hire, and yet ended up having one of the gayest storylines ever. True. I'm actually gonna change it where it's facing that way, I think. And then I think I'll have one there. Yay! Okay, and then I feel like I need to add more of these like little ridges. Don't know where, but I like the separation. Feels nice. Maybe I'll have one here. How does one draw armor? Well, you're in luck. Armor is a highly documented piece of clothing article that one can be wearing. So you have a plethora of references at your disposal. And there's nothing that your best friend is references. Never forget. So don't hesitate to look into that. Thanks for the follow. Welcome in. We're just doing some chill building. I say that, I'm scared to say that because last time I said that, I was thrown into the deep end multiple times with lore, so not that I'm complaining. But it was not my intention that day. Oh. Yeah, I do feel like even just uttering the word chill is like I'm setting myself up for failure, you know what I mean? Once you figure out how armor works, I promise you, it will be a walk in the park and it will be so easy. Armor is just, the difficulty with armor is just how light is reflected. Because armor is just shiny thing that light goes, ooh, I want to reflect off of you. So what you have to figure out is how in the world does light interact with this object? Okay. I think having these like little sections really breaks it up as well from the grass, like all the greenery that exists. I think I'm gonna have a section here as well. I think that'll look nice. And also be like, it'll be like one of the last few. That reminds me, a friend and I were talking about how only Owen has a Gambison, and then Katie with her plush underlayer. Only one's not getting stabbed the moment they bend over. It is really funny, like, when you see, armor in certain character designs, and they do just lack every single necessary protection. Land usually stream when I eat dinner, and it's so perfect because I don't have to look for something to watch while I eat. That is actually pretty perfect. I don't know if I want to like, because I like the idea of that kind of just like going out of nowhere, but I don't know if I should like just blend it. Maybe it makes more sense to blend it with this area. Let's see how it looks if I just extend it out like this. Might end up making a little bit more sense. No, yeah, that was definitely the right call, I'd say. Now I'm kind of curious if I should like bring that up a level. That wouldn't really make sense though, I fear. But maybe I should... Maybe I should do this though. I'm thinking. I am thinking. I am trying to guesstimate. I think it's fine. I think when I bring these back in, it'll be extra chill. Thanks for the follow. I don't usually stream at noonish for me, so I just eat my lunch and watch stream. This is great success. If you were a bug, what bug would you be, Woollyworm? Easy. Easy question. Think of a harder question, please. I love woollyworms. Ooh. This area's not lit up. Also, don't question me on having just torches. We don't talk about it. Also, I can't be bothered to get rid of this like random wheat spot. Like it's just nothing to me. Okay. I did make my own art for my starting soon. My starting soon, my BRB, my ending screen, like all of my assets and my like alerts. It's all my work. You can see how different my art is. Like look, right? My ending screen, that was when I first started streaming, which was like a couple years ago, and this is what I did now for my starting soon. And my BRV. So like you can see how it's slowly progressed and changed over time. Oh my gosh, this freaking wheat seeds gets rid of it. Yeah, I love them. I love making my own assets. If I had a lot of money to spare into making into commissioning, sorry, assets, I would, because there's a lot of artists that I follow and I really like their work. But also like I'm a perfectionist, much to my dismay. And that means if something is not how I envisioned it, I get a little fussy about it. And obviously it's not to anyone's fault, but yeah. I kind of want to get rid of these 3 like little trees. Maybe that one as well, because they're not really, they're kind of just like randomly put there. I kind of want them to have purpose. Yeah, being a perfectionist and also being an artist, especially being an artist who does art for work as well, is so hard because I have to work with deadlines, which is already a little bit of a struggle for me because I have ADHD. But I also like get perfectionist about not only my work for myself, but also work for other people. And if it doesn't feel right, I will literally redo a whole thing just so it feels right. It also is like why I take sometimes extra long on doing like commissions and stuff for people, because I could be sat really racking my brain for the perfect concept or idea, and if it doesn't come to me naturally, then I get really fussy about it. Like I do one second, these things that I put in my hair are giving me a headache. When I do these character design commissions where you give me your character and my bush, the one bush, every single bush is finite. But like when I do these character design commissions, I think really hard on them, okay? Like I do put in the effort. I spend a lot of time in my free time just like looking up stuff and seeing if there's any correlations or connections with someone's design and like something that exists in the real world. And if something's not calling to me, then I just like I won't settle for less. I won't settle for less because everyone I think deserves to have something that feels like, you know, when you like see the connection of dots, or you know when you're watching a show and it's like a thriller or like a crime series or something where like the cast are trying to figure out something and you finally see the dots connecting and you go, oh my god, like and that connects here and this goes there. Like if you're not getting that feeling when you're doing like art or like character design stuff, like redesign stuff, like I just am like, if I don't get that feeling, I'm just like, nope, it's washed. I can't. Like I have to have that feeling, otherwise I'm being a failure. I'm also gonna get rid of this one because it kind of blocks the view. I like that one though, because from that view over there it looks nice. Yeah, I'm a little too crazy for symbolism in art, and just generally seeing how things can connect. That's like one of my favorite things. You'll see it quite heavily in Hawaiian's design. And oh my gosh, it was so satisfying when the dots like just started connecting and I was like, this is perfect. This is so good. That's one of the reasons I struggle to start taking commissions. I had a friend ask art for D&D God and I just randomly sent them the finished piece a year later. It for real be like that sometimes. Cause like also like I think as well, like it also depends on like where you are in your art journey. And like if you are earlier in your art journey and you don't really have all these like pieces you can pull from that like you know exist, it can feel a bit like you're struggling to find stuff, but then you could be like a year down the line and be like, man, I have all the information I need to make this good. And that's what's awesome. Okay, let's see this with the like higher render distance now. It's always gonna look a bit melty just with like the circus in the background. But getting rid of those trees kind of helped this like middle sight line, and I low-key tempted to get rid of some of those mangroves or like those trees over there, like the big ones. Because I just want the sight lines to be pretty. Has it been announced? Wait, guys, I'll pull it up on stream. Fret not. Fret freaking not. Guys. This is so exciting. I was so, when I heard this, I was so excited. I was like, this is the best thing ever. You guys ready? Dude. I know this is like horribly cropped, but I'll just let you guys see it first and then I'll pull it in. Look, it's Lagundo. What a fun character design. Ginger. Obviously, I think we have to like remember that these are people who are playing characters. For like, as like cameos are usually more characters than even the creators in the SMP sometimes, even though we know a lot of people are like going above and beyond with roleplay. But like, yeah, this is like, he's here to play a role, and I'm really excited to see what he does and how he explores this. There's hair on his head. Or Have we considered that this is still a bald elf, but he is supporting men's rights to wear wigs? I should go up to Legs and quote the do you wear wigs? Have you worn wigs? When will you wear wigs? I should do that because I feel like that is such a kitty thing to say. Like, I feel like that's something I would definitely hear kitties say because obviously it doesn't understand. When will you wear wigs? That's really good. Oh my god, you know it'd be even funnier? You know how there's a skin shuffler? Like, if he switched it and he's bald, like it's a bald version of his skin. I might message Legs and ask if he knows about the skin shuffler mod that's on the server and how funny it would be. He's bald and he's torching people who have hair. Genuinely a really sick design. I love the ginger with the purple. It's so good. I don't know who came up with the design, but shout out. Shouts outs. Imagine if the hair was a helmet. Anyways, that is so good. That is genuinely so good. I'm kind of tempted to just do some fun stuff now. Like I know I've been building. Okay, wig. I know I've been building and that's all great and all, but I'm kind of like, what if we continue to do the kin assigning? Would you guys want to see some more of that? There's only 2 of us on right now, and not that like I couldn't do stuff with Scott. I just am kind of like, I've been building all day today and last night. I stayed up late because I was locked the heck in with this, and I really just wanted to have something to show you guys. But maybe it'd be fun to do some fun, silly, goofy stuff with Bannerfall stuff. Cause yeah, I'm really satisfied. I'm really happy. There's still a lot of stuff I want to do. I want to do the interior, but honestly, I feel like it's just so much more easy and satisfying for me to just do it on my own time. Not that I don't trust you guys would absolutely love to see me do building live. I just find that it's a bit more interesting. Also, it means we can listen to some just like whatever music. Wait, you're right, Cozy. Tonight, I should go around, or the day of, before everyone's on. I should get around and plant mice and item frames everywhere. How deep? Do you know if Scott has gone to the big bed? Do you guys know if Scott has seen the mouse that I planted there? Do any of you know? Red's gonna win it. What can I do? You're welcome to be my American. Oh yeah. I don't play by the side. I don't either. I don't either. We're back in the building. Okay. Sorry. to the real lore, everybody. Also, let me know that if the music is too loud. Because, like, I have a ducker. Ducker? I have ducking on the song. Wait, what is this? This is my / chat's headcanons of what animals the Bannerfall cast would be. Yes, we need... You're right. I'm going to go ahead and put Otter on this immediately. What can I say? What can I do? I see the one you're talking to. The American boy. May is a ferret. I've heard people say ferret. Look at him. Oh, I want to say Gracie is like a deer. Oh man, I missed the song already. Now we're going into like sad stuff. Is this one good? Yeah. Okay, we'll listen. I'm thinking like some sort of deer, right? You guys can disagree. Oh, I'm thinking like, I kind of want it to be more like Gracie's like a white stag. You know what I mean? Like a bit more angelic. A moose? Hold on. Like, I want to get a similar to like a unicorn. Piebald is good. Also really like reindeer. Is unicorn not an option? Well, all of these are technically real animals. I don't know why I said technically. They are all real animals. We're continuing the kin assigning Bannerfall as oh wait, I need to change this, by the way. Hold on. I'm gonna change title, guys. Bannerfall related sillies such as kin assignings. There we go, fixed. Ah, blue poison dart frog. That's pretty good. I actually kind of like that. Oh, I do like that. I love whenever someone says like an animal and like I immediately can like imagine what they look like in my head because I've just been exposed to so many different animals in my life. Not like literally. A man of war? Oh, wow, brilliant. There's no freaking way that you pulled that out of your... Where did you... How did you come up with something so clever? Huh? Huh? How did you do that? How did you do that? No, I don't think May is a raccoon, but I think the frog is a raccoon. Now, I know the obvious decision here, right, is, oh, the frog is probably a frog or a toad or something, but it's about the vibes, you know? And I don't think the frog exhibits frog, and I also feel like it would also be kind of sad to give the character who literally doesn't want to be a frog the frog. So I'm kind of like I'd be a little sad, but like raccoons are so mischievous and they're scavengers, and like first impressions, right? You'll go, oh, what is that thing doing here? Okay, you know, like stereotypical media impressions of what raccoons are make you believe they are evil creatures. But when you actually look at them and realize how they act and see cute little videos of them, you go, oh, oh, you're so sweet. You're so sweet. I just find that, you know, is it fair to say sausage is lamb? I do like lamb. Can I also say can I all I'm just gonna pull up the photo and you guys are gonna be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Do you guys see it when I say sea urchin? Oh, there's tears in my eye. Oh, why am I crying? Oh. Blue sea slug? Okay. Don't worry, guys. I'm seeing what you're saying. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Wait, guys. You who said the sea slug, but like the wavy one. Guys, this is the same freaking face. This is the same freaking face. That's the same face. Oh my god. You're joking me. You're actually joking me. What the heck? You guys are locked in. Like, what is going on? Also, I love how vibrant blue animals are. What the heck? Now, I see that someone has said death-headed hawk moth, and I do feel like that's correct. I mean, you can't really see, like, I feel like this guy isn't really that like on the nose with the like iconography that exists in the like this is supposed to be like a skull, but it's there, it exists, and I think that's a really good fit. And but I do also think the people who are saying lamb because of sacrifice are very beautiful thought process there. Hold on. I'm researching stuff. I'm researching. What is this? What are you? I was trying to see if there was any specific real life animals that were associated with Lady Death. Like the Santa Muerte. I would not know, unfortunately. I'm not Mexican, and I have not studied this. And I fear if I made if I made any pinpoints, I would be the most uneducated individual. I do have a moth. I know that's not a butterfly, but who, if anyone knows a butterfly? Apple gives you some bird vibes. Ooh. I do like dog for Apo because dogs are inherently the pinnacle of loyalty. You know what I mean? Also, thanks for all the follows. I don't know where you guys are coming from. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Yes, I know that dog because Coco. And it's really cute. Venus flytrap? Oh, that's more of a plant though. I do got a sea urchin in here, so I feel like okay, sea urchins are like, you know, but like Zolos are very fun dogs. Very silly. I feel like I have a few dogs in mind. I also am seeing you guys mention birds for Apo Lake, which makes sense because like birds are quite sharp. Like they're very. I think Bannerfall Apo, she's really good at just clocking when people are being weird, like suspicious. And I feel like that goes hand in hand with birds having really good eyesight. I'm still so undecided about Scott. I did think hummingbird at the start, but then I was like, I just feel like that's too. I feel like a hummingbird just isn't it. It just isn't it. Let me look up a goshawk. Ooh, maybe. Now, I would almost argue that a kestrel would be more Apo just because of the fact they have blue in them. Consider. Oh, they're so cute. Well, we can go back to that. Falcons are pretty good. I do like a falcon as a concept. Wait, guys, we have to lock in. We have to lock in on discussing a specific person. Otherwise we'll never be able to move on. We need to put our brains together. We'll get to Scott eventually. I'm saving Scott for last because I genuinely don't know. But let's do Apo and then Cherry. That's the order of operations. So I think a dog for sure. It could be one. I know a German Shepherd is quite like stereotypical, but I don't see a German Shepherd and think of Apo. Like, ooh. What are the dogs that like look okay? I'm thinking of dogs. Afghan Hound is really great. I'm thinking of dogs, right? Like when I think of Apo, I think of a very like slim, tall, kind of spindly looking dog. Like one that clearly comes from a place of like fanciness. A Biesen Hound. Yeah, that one feels applicable. Borozoid. I was thinking one of those, but I don't know if that's like Are they a little too goofy? Are Borzois too goofy? Because like a Saluki is a little bit more like fanciful. Or a Silken. Yeah. Like I think of a Borzoi and I know that they're kind of silly goofers. And I think as well when I look at a Silken that they do also give that like that era, that section of dogs. I just like that's so goofy. But I really like the Abyssian Hound and the yeah, I think Abyssian Hound is really good. Guys, you're probably thinking like I don't know why you see that. But look at this photo. Look how look at that posture. Like are we seeing it? Like that's 1-to-1. That dog is locked in. You know what I mean? And also the white and then like the kind of brown spots with the hair. Yeah. Yeah. Whoever said Abyssian Hound, I think you cooked with that one. Like I'm seeing the vision. I just feel like I feel like that dog is clearly is locked in to do whatever it is. And then some people are saying Falcon. I see it. I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna get a photo where it looks a bit more blue. I'm going specifically with a Peregrine Falcon because Peregrine Falcons are they're kind of more on the blue side. And I like that. See what I mean? Like, yeah, I mean, all the colors are there. I think that's pretty similar. Also, the whole, like, the moon, like, the ability Apo has is very, like, dive. And Falcons dive. Like, are we connecting the dots? Are we seeing the vision? Pangolin for Cherry? That's quite sweet, actually. I actually don't hate that one. A sun bear? Thanks for the raid. Welcome in, guys. We're kin assigning the Bannerfall cast as animals. I hope you guys had a wonderful time. Why? Okay. Why are we saying sun bear? Where are we just, is it just because the word sun's in there? I have done Katie, a red squirrel. There's one animal that I need to remember of its existence. Salamander. Guys, I don't even care what you have to say. We're putting this guy in here. I don't even care. I literally don't even care what you guys say. Immediately. That is not a salamander, that's a newt. That is a California newt. There's other kind of newts that are also like orangey red, but I love newts. I love them so much. They're a little bit silly goofy, but like look at the vibrance. That's so good. I also really like pangolin. I think that's really sweet. I don't know if we agree on the semblance. I could see a red panda, maybe. Because red pandas feel like something that would be more royal. A roe deer. Maybe. I feel like that could be good as well, just because, I don't know. I feel like it's tough. I feel like there's a couple that could be applicable here. Whoa, Cozy. You're bringing out the most niche squirrels in existence, I think, right now. Never mind. This is not a niche squirrel. Freaking giant squirrel. I don't hate it. I really don't hate it. Let's see. Do we feel like this is cherry? Guys, I did not mean to immediately like jump scare you with it. 4C. Look at them. You're a poison dart frog. A sea slug that I can't remember the name of, and a Portuguese man of war. You would be. I think this is definitely the most applicable. I just thought, like, okay, right? You see this slug, and to me, that's the same face. That's just the same face. Like, the little dot eyes. It made me happy. I know those aren't actually eyes, but like from this angle, that's what it looks like. Twins, yeah. It's the same picture. It is literally the same picture. Yeah, there's some people who have like a mix, and then there's some people who are just like very clearly a specific animal, and I go like, yeah. That's 4C. Listen, okay, to be fair, every single one of those blue animals that are under you were all suggested by chat. And when I looked at them and remembered that they existed, I was like, yeah, you're right. It's not their fault. How is this a fault? These are perfect. I think you have the perfect kin assignings. Everyone else is subpar to these. No offense to literally everyone else on this list, but those are perfect. Also, whoever said pistol shrimp for Sean, I'm listening. I'm hearing you suggesting an aquatic animal. I don't know if I would canonize Shan as a shrimp, but I am hearing aquatic animals, and I am open to more aquatic animal suggestions. Ooh, sea turtle. Forcy, you don't realize that, like, the fact that there's animals like this that exist on our planet that literally have such a vibrant blue, which match like your blue, is crazy. That is a crazy pull. Punch the monkey? You mean the little guy? Little Punch? May is a magpie. Okay, you've cooked. I see it. Especially because magpies are so protective over their kin. Yeah, you cooked. No further questions. No further questions. Yeah, I'm really happy for Punch. Also, welcome in, Raiders. I hope you had a good time. I'm looking up other guys. I don't think I see seal when I think of Sean. I could see that. Unfortunately, I have the perfect I already have the design. Octopuses are really clever, and I think that and have a depth to them that a lot of other, I think, sea creatures don't. Which I see it. I can see it. We could do a blue-ringed octopus. What do we feel about that? For Sean. Kitty has a finnick fox. No, guys. No, guys. If Kitty has any wild cat on shape language and vibes alone, she is a sand cat. Vibes and colors alone. Cuttlefish for Sean, hit me out because she changes skins and outfits and stuff. That is, you know what? That is fair. I don't hate that. I actually think I like cuttlefish more. Also, cuttlefish are freaking awesome. They're so cool. I think I'm gonna do that. We're putting them in here. I picked one that had blue undertones in the photo because I wanted to match it more. But that's just color grading. Guys, here's a jungle cat. I don't hate it. I can see where you're coming from with this. But I'd almost argue that Gracie deserves to have, like, top of the food chain cat. Wild cat, you know what I mean? You're welcome to your firm belief of pistol shrimp. Snow leopard. No, I can't kid aside anyone a snow leopard because that's my favorite animal. And if anyone has a snow leopard, it should be me. Yeah, I do think I feel like a white stag. Which I know isn't like right. It's a specific kind, but I do really like the idea of having like a really mystical deer. But I do also think like Gracie deserves like an actual like predator animal as well. Let me just grab this photo. Do they have to be real animals? Unfortunately, I'm doing all these as real animals. But I would, if there was any mystical creature that I thought Gracie would be, it would be a unicorn. The flamingo, I see what you mean. Because of all the pink. Yeah, that is, I mean, yeah. It's kind of crazy how some of these animals literally are just like this one, and Apo is like 1-to-1. Okay, now why do you guys see owls in Gracie? Okay, okay. I'm noting. I can't help but think of like a mountain lion sometimes because mountain lions are like I know all of us can be like, oh my gosh, lions and tigers are so scary. But when I think of like a mountain lion, true fear. And also, have you seen any of like the cunty like trail cam shots of mountain lions? Yeah. 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 Like, I think if I'm doing a big cat for Gracie, that would what it would be. Yeah, they really do. I think I would almost veto the white stag just for the mountain lion. Cause like they're just so Dude, yes. Yes. We're getting the ones where they're serving. We're getting those. Yes. 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 Do you guys know these photos I'm talking about? Have you seen them? Just like, oh yeah, okay, bat, chinchilla, komodo, yeah, red squirrel, yeah, okay, yeah, I've seen. Okay, cool, yeah, slugs, serve. Oh, I don't hate badger for frog. I don't hate badger. Oh, is there a cute badger photo though? Yeah, there is. Don't worry. I found the perfect badger photo. Yeah. Yeah. That's good. I'm good with that. I almost like magpie too much for May to add any other, but I do see people making suggestions, and I'm hearing them. I'm hearing them. Fret not. But like just everything that magpies are known for, it just feels too perfect. Where it's like there really is no other. There is no other option here. Dragonfly, I can see Dragonfly for uh Bannerfall Scott, but unfortunately, that also means I have to accept the fact that this little plant mage is an apex predator and has a success rate. What's the kill success rate of dragonflies? Do you guys know this, right? Dragonflies have almost at 100% kill rate. 90 to 97%. They are the peak apex predators. And I don't think personally that fits Bannerfall Scott. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they're up there. I mean, it's crazy to think that a dragonfly out of everything is the apex predator, even above us. I see hummingbird, but I was on the hummingbird side, but I can't do a hummingbird. It just doesn't feel right. I don't mind a hummingbird hawk moth. Okay, I like your pretty blue. I like your pretty blue butterfly. Chalk Hill blue. I don't hate it. That is a really pretty butterfly. A honey eater? I see where you guys are going with birds. I see where you're going with birds. I see it. Yeah, I think the blue Indian ringneck parrot. Yeah, that is also the bluest bird in existence. What is a leaf sheep? What is this? Leaf slug. Oh yeah, guys. That's yeah. I remember these guys. I kind of forgot that these were a thing. I mean, yeah, that's pretty green. Okay, this is unrelated, but this is the creature that is possessing Cam, Bannerfall Cam, is a tardigrade for sure. One of these little bugs. I actually really like tardigrades, so this is I'm kind of sad. But yeah, that's Cam's little parasite. That's Cam's little parasite that can't die, because tardigrades are like one of the supreme survivors of all time. Who did we nail the most, you think? Okay. Yeah, let's take a moment to... Okay, I personally believe... Okay, I'm going to go ahead and say done on the suggestions, because everyone has at least one animal. And the ones that I do have at least one animal, for me, tend to be the ones that are like the best. And also, if we keep suggesting, then it gets a little bit like muddied in chat. But you know what this means? If you disagree with what's on this kin assignment, because you absolutely are allowed to, or think there should be more, you're welcome to... I'll hide chat. I'll even hide chat so you can take a screenshot. I'll hide everything. How about that? I won't even have my camera on. Where is my camera? There, you can take a nice little screenshot of it and add them yourself. Or yeah, add them yourself or make your own and do your own kin assignments. This is for fun for me. And you guys are here to help me figure it out, but yeah. Okay. So the ones that I feel like are the best, the perfect kin assignments, one is Katie's. Katie's being a red squirrel feels so right to me. That it just feels really, really on the mark. I feel like the magpie for May is a really perfect animal, especially for all the symbolisms and stuff that surround May. Like, I think that's a really good animal for her character. I think this character, like this animal, actually ties so much more into May's character than like Katie's. So I think that one's like even more perfect. I think that this one I think this for Apo is really on the mark with just like how this breed presents itself. I think any kind of like hound dog. There's a lot of different kind of hounds, like Borzoi, Silken, greyhounds, etc. I think like a lot of them can be applicable just by the nature of the breed. But this one definitely, the Abyssinian one, any kind of sight hound, yeah. I think you may disagree with me, but I think the raccoon for Frog is pretty applicable as well, just because raccoons can be so mischievous and sometimes get people in a lot of trouble just because of the fact that they rummage around, they do things, and they're in places sometimes you don't want them to be. But they still have a sense of charm to them and a sense of like you kind of want to like you kind of care about them. You know what I mean? Once you get to know them. And then I think a sea urchin for sausage is really good. I don't know what it is, but I'm just charmed by it. It's something about it that makes me laugh. That's not to say that some of these others like are very fitting. Like I think obviously the Jacob's sheep for a wine feels very fitting in the fact that their horns sometimes grow into themselves and end up hurting them. Or like Eloise's character literally being a swan lady. And then this literally being the exact cat and pattern that I headcanon Kitty is. Like those all exist, but I feel like, yeah, I just feel like some of these others are like really perfect. And all of these for 4C are very perfect. I mean, the colors on these animals are crazy. I know those were probably some color corrected photos, but color boosted. But like either way, really good. I also just am really charmed by the the Kansi mountain lion photos. Did we talk about the breed of horse for Bex? Yes. I don't remember what they were. I should have written down what they were. My bad. Yeah, the second one is a buckskin shire. I don't remember which one this is. I don't think it's a Frisian. Frisian? Sorry if I pronounced it wrong. Is it? It could be. It could be, and it just happened to be like one of the photos I picked looking for a different one. Who are we feeling the least sure about? I feel like, honestly, not really anybody. I feel like there's not really anyone particularly that I've gone like that's not really correct. I'm sorry, but I definitely think these are fitting for Nom. I don't think they're as perfect as like the red squirrel and the magpie, Abyssinian hound, raccoon, sea urchin. But the horse breed is the Strider. There we go. That's what it's meant to be. Honestly, there's nothing really more perfect than tardigrade for Cam's little uh parasitic host. I shouldn't say that though, because tardigrades aren't really evil burger. Like they're not harmful. What is the like most evil burger parasite? These are all gonna be like actual viruses and not like a creature. Oh yes, I remember. Joe, thank you for saying that. So this horse is supposed to be a Death Strider in the sense of like the horse, like the night horse, but isn't actually like the breed. Yeah, my search results didn't give me anything. Also, I feel like it's kind of icky for me to be like, okay, now you have a tapeworm. Like at least if I put a tardigrade there, it doesn't feel as serious or like grotesque. um, but yeah, we can pretend. We can pretend it's anything else other than that. Um, I'm just taking a peruse through like one of the zoos. Oh my freaking god! I forgot about these animals. I've been to Chester Zoo not long ago, and they have some really cute animals. And one of the animals they have is a bush dog. Look at these little guys. I really love them. I really, really love them. They're so freaking cute. I don't really have any more to add to that. I'm just like, I just remember that these guys existed. Because I was looking at the animal list that Chester Zoo has. I was trying to see if like anyone, like any animal would like call to me for anybody else as like a last minute like, and now you're kin assigned. I went to Chester Zoo as a birthday gift, I think, or just a gift in general. No, it was definitely a birthday gift. It was like after getting married. Um, to see snow leopards in person for the first time, and I got to see a little baby snow leopard. I got to see a baby snow leopard. It was so awesome. Literally the best day ever. Um, let me. Okay, that's been saved. I will eventually post that in the Discord. But I think we nailed it, to be honest, as much as we can. I'm not like really like too upset with anybody. I think the only one that I am like, oh, I don't know, is Scott's, but I genuinely don't know much about his character. Like it's hard to pinpoint how Scott's character is because the only like experience I have with him is just people constantly telling me that he goes invis everywhere. And so it's hard for me to like really get a proper vibe check with animals. What animal camouflages? I guess a chameleon. um let's see. Stick bug? No, I'm not doing a stick bug. No offense to all the bug lovers out there, but I'm not doing that. I'm not giving him a stick bug. Forget it. Funny dancing bug, true. There's probably a lot better connections that we could make, but I will have to save. Oh, you'll have to save that for like your own times, your own kin assignments. Don't worry. I think I'm gonna stop there for today. I know it's a really short stream, but today is a Wednesday, and that's usually my day off days. And Thursday is the big day. So fret not. Thursday is gonna have a lot of stuff for me, so I think the most rest I can get and preparation I can have for tomorrow, I think that'll be for the best. I also succeeded in avoiding the evil burger secret lore that someone may have jumped me with. Let's see. I'm just clearing notifications like a freak. It was actually a chill day. Go figure. Yeah, now go forth with all of the kid assignments and be merry and draw personas. I'm gonna just hard end. I'm not gonna raid into anybody today. I hope that's okay. But I will see you guys tomorrow. And I will try to remember to put Mices around all of Blue Kingdom. Don't worry. If someone else doesn't send the kin assignments, I will. Alright, farewell, every whisker. Thank you guys for hanging out today. It was fun. We should definitely do more silly stuff like that. I'll have to think of some stuff, but we should pull up the Bannerfall tier list maker that has all the cameos as well. If you guys know where that is and can link that to me in the Discord, preferably one that is just the cast, and one that has all the cameos, that would be great, because then it makes it easier for me to just have that and then think of the ideas instead of make the whole tier list myself. But yeah, I'll see you guys later tomorrow. Bye.